Hello, travelers. I'm behind on trailer reactions, but then again, I'm behind on everything because why wouldn't I be? This just dropped 9 hours ago. I have not watched it yet. I know that I saw because I'd seen the poster drop for it. Then they're like, oh, we've gotten a official date even after all like the, and some time has definitely passed since Dead Reckoning Part One. But I've heard, and apparently these rumors that I heard were true. So I heard that because of how Dead Reckoning Part 1 performed, extremely high budget, and did not do as well as they were hoping it would do in the box office by a long shot. And a lot of different reasons could factor into that. Overall, I respect Dead Reckoning for making the unsafe choice, as I said in my review for it, and I enjoyed the movie very much. However, all that being said, I still think out of the entire series, my favorites are still like the OG Mission Impossible's up there. Fallout is up there, like top three for sure. And I guess if I had to get one more for the top three, only because I think I've seen it the most times, maybe. But I might want to say Ghost Protocol. It's tough between Ghost Protocol and three. Three has some great moments to it as well, and can't Philip Seymour Hoffman's undeniable.
My wife, girlfriend, I'm gonna find her and I'm gonna hurt her.
Dead Reckoning rubbed me the wrong way a little bit just because of the marketing. I always like behind the scenes, and it was, I mean, I don't mind if you show me previews of like maybe one big stunt or some of the stunts that he'll be doing. I think they showed too much. It got to a point where I went to the IMAX like fan first screening, and they literally broke down chase scenes and showed them before the movie even started. So by the time that I got to the movie, every major conflict, action sequence, stunt sequence that I could have seen, almost all of them I had seen. That felt like my value for my experience was like lessened inherently. It was still good and there were good moments in it. The rumors that I heard were to try to make sure they can recoup some losses and try to get this thing back on track marketing wise. It was going to be called Dead Reckoning Part 2, but I think they want to now instead call it The Final Reckoning. So I thought that Dead Reckoning 1 and 2 were supposed to be this like Ethan Hunt's swan song, like the end of the movies and end of the character. Now I hear, even after these, Tom Cruise, because of course he would, he still wants to keep making more. Like he still wants more Mission Impossible films. From a marketing perspective, if this has a degree of like deadly finality to it, instead of Dead Reckoning Part 2, they've switched it over to The Final Reckoning. But I might have to edit this in a certain way. I don't know how copyright will work if I just like watch the thing outright. It is only a teaser, but I'll definitely do a breakdown for sure. But we'll watch it through all the way once, and then I'll go back through. It's usually how I do it for trailers.
Our lives are not defined by any one action.
Many glamorous locations.
Our lives,
big budget.
are the sum of our choices.
Everything you are, everything you've done
Oh, nostalgia.
has come to this.
When the need for certainty is absolute,
Gonna see familiar
the odds
faces.
are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him.
Oh boy.
Should he choose to accept?
For every life you tried to save, you gambled millions more. And now the fate of every living soul on Earth is your responsibility.
Oh boy. all right. Get me excited. He's running. He's running.
You refuse to sacrifice the ones you hold close.
Oh boy.
You've always been on the right side, brother.
Oh boy.
I have no regrets. Neither should you.
Well, I know he was actually doing that.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
Okay. Good little teaser. I think so. I think the like in Dead Reckoning Part 1, the big draw stunt. There were I mean, there were like a lot of stunts in that movie, but I think the big draw one was the motorcycle ramping off the cliff and him literally like gliding down and parachuting onto the moving train and all that. But with this, it seems like the big one is supposed to be between these two planes where he literally just like runs up to, grabs onto this plane, and as they're flying around wherever, he's trying to like commandeer it. But there's a lot to unpack here. That's going to have significance, obviously. A case, anything could be inside it. Where we left off, he was able to get the key. I don't even remember the villain's name in the last one, but he was able to get the key, that little cross key from the villain, one of, I think, two, that's supposed to go to this, like, lost submarine where the core of this AI, I think, is supposed to still be located. Or is the AI... I'm not going to claim to be a fanboy of the show. Like, I know a good chunk of the lore, but like I don't know a deep dive, like, oh, I remember every single little moment of it. But what they need, what the bad guys and good guys all wanted to get, was in that sub that we saw at the beginning of Dead Reckoning Part 1, that something basically made it like, well, it made it attack itself, right? Because they thought they were getting one thing and they weren't. It was a trick in the system, and it ended up sinking down to the bottom or wherever. And so now, with her near dying breath, Palm Clementive's character, she was the assassin from the last movie. She revealed where they have to go.
Tu sais ce que c'est? Oui. Qu'est-ce que ça ouvre?
Take the key and find the sub, basically. So we have this. He's gonna it's gonna be probably the search for the sub. It was bobsled, not bobsled. Like a Balto over there. All right. And clearly, it's going to be a lot of underwater content, and we're seeing a lot of underwater shots. So trying to get down to this sub to recover what is currently lost within the plane. They're really going all in on this plane stunt. But I mean, it's impressive still to have filmed all that practically. Like, I'm sure it's no small feat to do any of these things. Runway, military involvement. Again, we're back out here, and I don't want to jump to, because weren't they Russian? It was either Antarctica or somewhere in Russia or something, but definitely like a tundra base over here. Not 100% sure who that could be. It looks like Ethan Hunt holding the key.
Lives are not defined.
And the sub again. Yep. Him running into the streets of London. And again, it's going to be some type of thing where, again, he's going to be operating independently. The government's going to try to take him in or try to use them for their own means, and he'll have to escape again. There's some fun fan theories out there. It's like, oh, like for the meme, but they say the more that Tom Cruise runs in a movie or rides a motorcycle, but usually runs, the better the movie will be.
Action.
Subterranean again still. Some type of lab or facility, but I don't know if it's related to the submarine or not. Could be Tom again. We're out here and I don't even know where. Looking at old files of his. More running underground. That is somebody who's wearing a that's the AI. That's somebody wearing a mask. Interesting though, because that is the AI core that was basically commanding the previous movie's villain.
Interesting.
Like an algorithm that was going based off of the most likely decisions that Ethan Hunt would make. So maybe this is the way it's able to like control humans, either literally control them or just like, oh, you are blind and cannot see, but you will do what the AI commands you do. I'm sure he did this too. Again, polar plunge, how he's not frozen alive in there, but Tom Cruise went to like I'm sure maybe part of it is like in order to escape from the submarine, he'll have to like take off this, for some reason or another, he's got to take off the suit, muscles, 18 pack and all, and try to survive in like these sub-freezing conditions, and someone will have to bring him back or rescue him for some reason or another. More running. Oh, again, more running. Great.
Everything.
A narrow escape. Somebody being transported in an underground prison? Question mark? Flashbacks. Now this tells me, because that knife was the I forget the actor, the French actor who's Leon in The Professional. and was the knife guy. So if he has the same knife, well, it looks like a very similar knife. Now, I don't know if that just means he's like reminiscing, or if that means we're literally bringing more of the old classic actors back for nostalgia purposes, which would be impossible because the knife guy literally blows up in a tunnel. Unless he comes back like hideously scarred or something. But it's interesting they would show this and make a point to call up the old Mission Impossible movie. But maybe it's just like a callback, just like this is the same knife or a similar knife from the first movie. Submarine again. Dead bodies. That's the flashback from part 1, isn't it? When the sub first goes down.
To this.
The 2 keys. If this is a bunch of... All right, what this tells me, because it's a 2-part... Oh, that's right, 2 parts of the same key. That's what it was. Well, this tells me that after the submarine went down, some natives found the key and, like, I guess somehow floated up to the surface. But what the key unlocks is still down below the surface. But yeah, so that's how it was originally found. Once again, getting down to the submarine. And that's the AI. Yeah, that's the core of the AI in that submarine, is like still operating all these years later. So it's the algorithm is down there under the waves, and the bad guys want to find it to, I guess, gain full control, question mark, if I recall correctly. Plane chase, Tom Cruise on one plane.
Need for certainty is
There's going to be some fun little car chase action sequences.
absolute.
The key again. I like how we're bringing her back, because she was in Fallout.
What do you think you're doing, Erica?
It may be your mission, but this is the CIA's plane. You use a scalpel. I prefer a hammer.
You prefer a scalpel. I prefer a hammer. Submarine gets going again somehow. Starts going away. So, yeah, one way or another, either a new submarine or the OG submarine. I'm not sure how that would work out, though.
Possible.
Trying to get inside, flooding water, literally, this shot is like reminiscent of that shot in Mission Impossible Fallout. They're trying to appeal to the,
Falls to him.
Should he choose to accept?
should you choose to accept, it all is up to Tom Cruise. He's the only one that can save us. Flying out there. Okay, word. So we got her along for the ride. Look at that. Look who's joining the crew. See, I loved her character in the last one. I like how that she's going to be like a protagonist now. And him, too. They got both one of the 2, like, bumbling detectives from the previous movie. Maybe he'll have more purpose now and actually be more of a character. And Palm Clementif's assassin character. That's great. That's really cool. The old villain again. Clearly, he's got them where he wants them in this one, because there's like a neck brace around her. Probably him and Tom being held captive. He catches up to them. He's trying to like guilt trip him down memory lane or whatever.
Life you tried to save.
Of course, we got our boy back here again. Probably her first scene where she gets involved back again with all of this.
You gambled millions.
That's cool though. Oh, look who it is. Yeah. Man, some big names again. Okay, so that's probably all. Yeah, United States government, clearly. So the stakes will be raised even higher. This gives me vibes to a scene near the end of the movie that would be like, my God, we're all doomed, right before Ethan Hunt saves the day.
There's more.
See, yeah, everybody in the same place being like, my God, the world's gonna end. Yep, once again on the... Now this might be... If we saw the 3 people find the key in the icy waters in that one scene, this looks like the same 3 people as they're about to find the key again. Yeah, see, around the frozen bodies. That's how the keys were first found.
And now the fate of every living soul
Protests against the government, perhaps parliament, depending on where they are.
on Earth.
That same submarine bit again, trying to get inside.
Is your responsibility.
All the torpedoes. Crazy dangerous. Running.
That's the pattern.
More running. He's back again, of course. That's our villain, isn't it? So I wonder if he turns to the dark side or not, or if he's just always a good old boy and just is just like, hunt that bastard. I'll stop him whatever it takes. Or maybe he'll die trying to help or something, very similar to Baldwin's character in Fallout. The plane chase again.
To sacrifice
Benji, we love Benji. If Benji dies, we riot.
the ones you hold close.
Then she's coming down, I guess, yeah, to give him air, like save him. I'm guessing that's an act of sacrifice, or he's left for dead in some degree. But she's also in normal clothes, so maybe it's in his head. More running. Of course, with the running. I'm covering something. This is the same underground area where that car chase happens. Is that a bomb, I'm guessing? Trying to disarm a bomb. We got ourselves a bit of a little knife fight here. Possibly in the sub again. Maybe the bad guys catch up to him in the sub. And as they're... Because I think he's wearing the necklace right there. And as he's trying to escape, they've already, like, stripped him down to his skivvies for torture or whatever. And he has to have, like, a knife fight melee bit to escape from the situation. Sheesh. Who's that? Oh, I see. Fighting. Oh, fighting. Oh, cool. Fighting Palm Clemente. Look at that. That looks like one of the guys that found the key, though. Now I'm asking questions. I don't know who the... Oh, I see. Her... It's like the B team over here, and the bad guys are trying... Wherever they are, they're fighting them. And then she's in there, too, to help with the fight. Cool. The plane stunt. Yep, got the plane stunt. Which she did, I'm sure, in real life. Various locations at some point in the movie. Oh, I love this look for her. I love her in general. It's great. Mantis, Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever she's in, I love it. Okay, Benji's already been roughed up once, so... Yeah, we got the whole team here in another location.
You've always been
So again, globe-trotting adventure.
on the right side, brother.
Yeah, okay, so it is definitely the old wrecked submarine. But where it wrecked and ended up was on the precipice of like a chasm, right? So maybe something happens when he's in there trying to get the AI thing. Things go wonky. The propellers get reactivated somehow, pushing the submarine over the edge of the chasm. And then as he tries to escape, that's when he winds up like shirtless underwater or something like that. Because he's in a diving suit right there. Maybe he has to get out of the suit to survive.
I have no regrets. Neither should you.
Yep, the underground chase again. Hanging onto the plane. IRL over here. Brother.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
That's him talking to the audience. The final reckoning. That's Tom Cruise talking to the audience right there. He's like, please, I know we might have made a small misstep in the last one. I need you to trust me one last time. It'd be nice, because I'd be okay with this being the final Mission Impossible, as long as it's like a banger, you know? My biggest fear is they'll show too much. That was what really sunk the last movie for me. Like, I still really enjoyed the last movie. I think it's still like a really great movie. But what kept it from being fantastic, like S-tier Mission Impossible, is I just think, yeah, for me, I just hate it when marketing and trailers show way too much. And I get it. Part of getting a movie successfully put out there and done and get enough eyeballs and all that is to market the hell out of it through a majority of like showing the stunts and showing behind the scenes. That's all well and good, but if I follow this movie in its production and I'm shown every single stunt that's in it before I even get to see the movie, I'll be a very salty Susan again. But here's hoping, because Tom Cruise still makes good movies and all that. I didn't love the first Top Gun, but I loved Maverick. Maverick was a fantastic sequel. And, you know, the Mission Impossible movies, they've had some hits, they've had some misses, but overall, I really like the journey. Director, let's use CGI. Tom, I am the CGI. Yeah, right there. Spoken to the audience. I will, Tom, one last time. I remember how pumped I was. My mom was the one who first showed me the very first Mission Impossible. Now, when I was younger, I couldn't follow the plot as well as I could to this day, but I got the gist of it, and I lost my mind, especially in the finale, like the climax of that movie. There's an empty space in my heart in the trailer for Ilsa Faust. R.I.P. 62 years and still running. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'll still be like a supporter for it. I'll still go watch it. I'll still review it. I'll still go in with an open mind and an open heart. Like I really enjoy these movies. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning coming out next year. I want to say it was like June or July. No, May. That's right. That's not too far off. About half a year away. About 6 months. So now's a good time to really start building it up. But that also tells me there's going to be at least one more trailer, a bunch of behind the scenes, and I'm really worried we're going to be shown like way too much. But anyway, that's all I got to say about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I'm still looking forward to it. What do you think? Comment below. But in the meantime, thank you guys again so much for watching. Stay tuned for whatever I make next. And goodbye, travelers.